Hey there, I'm going to teach you a few tricks on how to work Prezi. Prezi is basically an online presentation website where you can create your own presentations. It's kind of like Microsoft PowerPoint, only it has much more fluid transitions and a whole bunch of other fancy bells and whistles that make your presentation look like you did it straight out of Windows Movie Maker. Only Prezi is kind of much more visually pleasing, in my honest opinion, whereas opposed to Windows Movie Maker. But I'm not going to get into that. That's a completely different story. So, yeah. Prezi is basically free if you get the simple version. You can actually upgrade to like Pro, which costs like a little over $13, or you can get something that's in between, which costs like I think a little over $8 or $7 or something like that. But if you don't want to pay money to create your own PowerPoint, create your own presentations. Sorry, I keep calling them PowerPoint. But as for now, if you do not want to pay to create your own presentations, you can actually do that for free because Prezi allows you to sign up with a completely free version. Although the free version you don't get as much, like you're not allowed to create like a lot of presentations and there's a bunch of other limited type stuff. But for what it's worth, I still say you can do pretty much a heck of a lot with it. So, yeah, let's get started. Oh, first you gotta log in. I don't want anyone seeing my email or my password, so, by the mystical powers that I have, I will cut to the dead scene! I have no clue why I just did that. Anyways, so this is basically Prezi, and these are really old presentations that I was kind of playing around with earlier. But here are a couple of my Prezi projects that I have done, and I will show you those later, as examples, of course. So, first off, you have this new Prezi button right here, which when you click on it, it opens up a new tab and it takes you to the Prezi page, which should be loading. Oh great, another loading screen. Magical power boom! Okay, I do admit that one was slightly obnoxious and I apologize. But this is the template screen that Prezi takes you to. Now you do have options. If you are the very creative type of person like I am on certain days, you can have the option to create a blank template, which when you choose that, it will just open up with the regular screen and you'll get your own circle and you can do whatever the heck you want with it. If you don't even want the circle, you can just get rid of the circle. You can just click the circle, and if you do want to get rid of it, just click the circle and then delete. And it is gone. Ooh, it's like magic. And you have the options up here. You have frames and arrows, inserts, and templates. Frames and arrows, if you want to add like certain stuff, like you can redraw the circle again by going down and clicking draw the circle frame, and then just draw it. Boom! Circle's back. It never left. Oh. If you have something like, say you have, here, wait, I'm going to type in something. Hello. If you have something like that, or text-wise, or if you have like a certain small subtitles, like that, that you would want to resize it smaller. Let's resize this teeny tiny. Just so you have certain subtitles or whatnot, or you just feel like, for the heck of it, wanting to cause attention to something else, you have the arrow option, which you go to frames, draw an arrow, and then boom! And so you have an arrow right here that is pointing fashionably to the teeny tiny text down here. So, yeah, there's the arrows option. You also have draw brackets frames, which I normally don't use this a lot, but basically it's like if you don't want like something of same solid structure like a circle, you just want to bracket something, you can just draw yourself a lovely little bracket and then there you go. You can have text inside, or you can just get creative with the brackets. All you have to do is click the frames and arrows and go down to draw bracket frame and then just draw it. And then boom, you have another bracket. I have 2 brackets. I'm a genius. And then there's also the invisible frame option, which sort of you can use if you want to draw like certain things like inside a big square you want to highlight on. You can just draw an invisible frame. Basically, what I meant to say was in case you wanted to draw something without either showing the lines or anything, or you just wanted to outline a certain image without having the lines of the box being shown. So yeah, why don't we move on to the big circle that says the hello. Hello. And you also have the highlighter, which allows you to highlight certain stuff. But again, if you really want to do that in Prezi, you can actually have the option of like zooming in on it. And again, I will show you that later. And of course, other than that, you have the draw the line tool, which is kind of self-explanatory. You just draw a line and boom, you have a line. And you can really get creative with lines. Like say you want to make a person out of this circle. You can actually do that with like a bunch of these lines, a circle and a bunch of lines, and boom, you have your own stick figure. In fact, I will cut away to where it actually shows what I mean exactly, in other words. So, magical power boom! Sorry. Okay, and as you can see, I've created a little person using a bunch of lines. Now, I'm sure you've probably noticed that these lines are very, very wonky. Like, for instance, the line on his body is much more thinner than the lines for his arms and his legs. Well, there is a way you can actually change the thickness of these lines by just clicking on the line, said line, and just clicking this lovely little button right here that says increase line thickness. And it will increase the thickness of your line till however pretty much you want it. Now he looks kind of like a lollipop with teeny tiny twigs for arms, his legs, and legs. So I'm going to increase the thickness on his arms, give him a little bit of buffness in those areas. Come on, there we go. And boom! He looks like a regular stick person with a blue head. So again, as I said before, you can get really creative with lines. I mean, you don't even have to make yourself a crappy little stick person. You can actually go nuts with the lines. I mean, you can do all kinds of things with it. You can make tree branches, the possibilities of this are limitless. Also, there's a way you can curve the lines, so in case you don't want to do anything sticky-like, it's just like, oh, these lines are just boring. I want to spice them up, make them a little bit fun. Well, there's a way you can actually curve them. So if you draw yourself a line, or here, I'll just use one of these lines that I've already done. Just click on a line, and this middle dot right here, this middle square, you click it and you drag it, and whoa, look at that! It's curvy, it's crazy! See? Oh dear, what's wrong with me? Anyways, so there's an option for you as far as stick lines go. Now, we're going to go back to Mr. Big Head right here. We're going to increase his head and make it bigger. Say your presentation is like this, or you want to make it like this. So if you click the editing path button, which is down here at the bottom, you can actually click on any object to add it as a path. And even if you drag your mouse, like if you just hover your mouse over a certain object like this, you can see a little magical 1 appears right next to my little pointer mouse. If you just click on that, it'll automatically create a slide for you that shows, hey, you now have this as your first pathway. And so yeah, I did not want to do that. So say I wanted to zoom into the hello text next. Well, if you just click the hello text, that will become your next path. And I know a lot of you people are asking, well, what about the teeny tiny text? How can I make that noticeable? Well, if you just click on that, oop, that's not what I wanted. Teeny tiny text. If you just click, you're going to have to zoom in, but if you click on that, it will zoom into the next one. So that way, your presentation will look something like this. There's your first one. There's your second one, made the hello big, and then there's your third one to make the name big. A lot of you are probably really want to get creative and add like images instead of just text. Well, you can add images to this to make it much more fun. You can either search Google Images or you can import files from your computer. Yeah, let's do a picture of an angel. So see, there you go. You just import the picture, it'll process, and boom, you have a lovely little image right here. And again, if you want to go into your image, just click on the image, and there you go. That is your next slide that is down there. If you want to use videos in your Prezi, you can actually have the option to use videos, even from YouTube, onto your Prezi presentation. All you have to do is under Insert, go to YouTube video, and whatever video you want, just paste the link right here, click Insert, and it will insert the said YouTube video right here. You can also add background music to your presentations to kind of spice them up. I don't know of much businesses that would use background music in their presentations. Probably some, I don't know much. But hey, if you're that type of person, because I know I would certainly love to add background music to my presentations, under Insert, you can add background music and just click whatever songs you want in your media files. I don't have any right now to show you. So yeah, there's that. If you have videos of your own, like homemade videos you want to use that you don't exactly have on YouTube, you do not have to post your videos that you made on YouTube just to get it onto Prezi. You can actually upload the file directly from your laptop onto Prezi. I've done that before in the past, and like loading time usually takes takes a pretty long time, but it usually depends upon like the video file itself and like how long the video is. Now, if it's like an hour-long movie, I highly wouldn't recommend putting that in a Prezi, but still, I mean, for just the simple like 1.5 minute to like 2 minute videos, you can actually upload them directly onto your Prezi. Just go under Inserts, From File, PDF or Videos, and then just look into your whatever file you have, and then just open it. Click Open whenever you have a film file, and Prezi will get started, hopefully, putting it in your presentation. Yeah, it didn't exactly load onto my presentation. Mostly I think is because I had Screenium up, but nevertheless, we're moving on. You can also, if you do not like the colors of your presentations, it's like, oh, blue, I want to use like pink or something. Go up here to templates, because the template option, it gives you the chance of many different one of these lovely little themes. Like you could even change the text. You could add something like summer, make everything like pink and green and all fancified and curly and bold for like the subtitle text, or you can use like blue theme, make everything blue and bold. You could also use like sketchy theme if you want to make it rather sketchish. So there's that option, or midnight if you love it like dark and mysterious and whatnot. And then there's also the cute theme for the average cute person if you want to make it nice and cute. Ah, it's so pretty. But yeah, you have that option. That's the blank template for the more creative type of person that would really love to put their skills into use and create something completely out of their imagination. Now, if you're not so creative, like I am on certain days, you do have the option of using pre-designed templates, because Prezi gives you like a numerous list of a bunch of other pre-designed templates that you can use from, either 3D or not 3D. You can just find one that you like or you think is cool. You can click on it and then click choose, and boom, it will come up with the pre-designed template. And you can actually run through, because these pre-designed templates already have paths chosen for them. Ooh, that was me, I'm sorry. But these pre-designed templates already have like paths chosen, so you can just go through on the right side and click through the many different paths to see how this goes out. So yeah, there's that. And if you want to change paths, like say you want to go from this one to, well, let's go for this one. You can just go to edit path, and if we zoom out real quick, or just click this one, you can see these lines that kind of show you the direction that these are all in order, and you can simply just change them around, like just click this one and drag it up, and then there you go. It'll change from this to that. Or you can just change from here, and then it'll go from there and then up to there, and then some. So yeah, all you have to do is basically just click one of these on the side and drag them, and it will change the order. Or you can just simply click on these. You can simply click on the number and then drag it to like any one of these circles, and it changes the order out for you that way. And so yeah, I pretty much jumbled up this presentation. So you do have that option available for you for changing your pads if you don't like the order that it goes into. But there's a lot of many different presentations you can actually use. One thing I forgot to point out is that as far as changing the pads go, you can do that on the blank templates as well. For whenever you're creating your own slides, you can change the paths on them as well. It's not just for the pre-designed templates. But now I'm going to move on to exporting or downloading your Prezi. Say you want to send this, or like your professor or your teacher, they would like a copy of your Prezi presentation onto their computer, or you have to send this presentation to them. Sorry. You can have the option to download it, because it does have the download feature right here where you can export portable Prezi to present offline. You can either do it like that, or there's a much easier way you can do it. When you go in to edit your Prezi, or while you're editing your Prezi, I mean, magically skip to the next one. So while you're editing your Prezi, you have this up here that says share, so you click on that, and you can, and down here it says download as PDF. Now if you try exporting it from basically where we just were in the previous page, because I've seen this in one of my classes where somebody did a Prezi presentation and my professor actually wanted that copy of their presentation onto his laptop, and so they tried exporting it from basically where we were, and it basically come out in like a jumbled mess and a bunch of other type of issues with it. But there is an easier way. Basically it was just a mess. But there's an easier way you can do it. Like you can download it as a PDF. And basically all you have to do is go up here to share, and you can just click download as PDF. And it will start downloading the PDF version, as I will magically cut to the next scene. And there you go. It's finished all pages. Just click Save PDF and just choose wherever you want to save it and click Save, and you're done. Voila, your presentation is now on your hard drive. Or you can share it via Facebook, just clicking the share on Facebook, and all you have to do is just copy and paste the link onto your Facebook page. And voila, there you go.